Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's Septo Slays. Now I'm been going by Josnu775 on Twitch. I've been a lot more active on Twitch than I have been YouTube. So if you've been wondering where the content has been on my YouTube channel, it's been mostly on the Twitch for as of recently, especially now that I'm done with college. I've just been streaming most days. Haven't been making many YouTube videos, but I'm going to start getting back on that, and that's why I'm starting with this. Today I'm coming at you with a newer game, The Cycle Frontier, and I'm just going to go over some tips and tricks and things that I figured out while playing the game without any real instruction that really helped me to get going, and a bit basic loadouts, general tips, whatever to help you get through the day. So right off the bat, we're going to begin here. We're at the main plaza. So yeah, if you don't know anything about the game, there are going to be 3 factions you work for. Right over there, you can see Korlov. That's one of the factions. The second faction, Osiris, right here in the green. And the third one is the ICA. If you press G on your keyboard while playing this game, it brings up all active objectives. As you can see, the ones with the flags in the top, the ones with the flags in the top left are like main missions. So I'm in part 5 for a campaign mission with Korlov. It tells you exactly what you need to find, where you can find it, and basically the best way to make money in this game, besides getting really good equipment and going into good runs, is going to be completing your objectives here. They give you a good bit. If you hold over the I, it tells you how much it's going to give you. This one's one of the lower end ones, only giving me 1800, so I'm not too worried about that one. It'll come as it goes. And then this one's more around 8k, gives me an access key and some cool stuff. So I'm going to want to try and get all of these done as quickly as possible to keep my money up, because if you don't know what you're doing, you burn through money quite quickly in this game. So from here, more places you need to know in the main lobby. This is where you can craft materials or repair materials. Repairing, when you go and survive while you're out on the battlefield and you get your shield, it gets damaged. You got to repair it, or else it runs out of dexterity, I believe, durability. Shields, helmets, whatever, and then you can print whatever here. You got backpacks, weapons, consumables. I'll get more into all of that when I go to the general store, when I'm explaining my basic loadout. So from here, this is where you would go to deploy to the planets. You press it there. There's 2 planets, both difficulties. It tells you at the bottom, normal and hard. I've been playing Bright Sands mostly. That's where most of my quests are at the moment. I don't really have a reason to go into the harder area. This bar is just here. You really don't have much here. He asks if you need anything, and he doesn't really do much. Windfalls. There's just some. This is where you can see the paid currency shop. Changes daily what items are available. Fortuna Pass is the battle pass. There's a lot of free items on it, and there's a lot of paid battle pass items as well, per normal battle pass rules in gaming. And then this is going to be the quick shop. This is where you're going to get your basic gear. So let's start from the beginning. First off, you're always going to need a backpack. The backpack tells you how much space is going to be allotted to you while you're out on your travels. For instance, I'll go into my inventory. I have this backpack on. It gives me 200 backpack capacity. I can see in my backpack, I have 30.9 out of 200 space already taken. What this is how much I can hold overall. So that's my ammo right here, which I can probably stack up a little better. And these 2 stems that I have takes up 6 and 24.9, which gets me to 30.9. The important things to know while in here is backpack, armor, helmet, any weapons you have equipped do not take up space in the backpack. Very important. So if you're picking up an extra weapon while you're out on the field, if you don't have a secondary, you're going to want to take it out of your backpack and equip it. It'll lower your backpack space. However, if you already have weapons here, it's going to take a lot of space up in your backpack. As you can see, this auto rifle is 41. It's pretty standard for a weapon. You can see the shotgun, 41. This auto rifle is 35. The reason these are different is because I have attachments on this. You can see the attachments by middle mouse clicking over a weapon. Shows you what attachments can be put onto the weapon and what attachments you have and can be added still. Something to note about attachments is when they're in your storage, which is on the left side. As you can see, I have a limit of 105. I have 83 in there. I have a lot more items than that, but I have all of these singular attachments down here. Alright, well, these attachments can take up one of my limit spaces. But if I want to take that away, I can go up here and like, not on this gun. I don't think I have any pistols at the moment, honestly. Yeah, so I could press on a weapon like this that doesn't have, it has attachments on it. Weapon like this with no attachments, and I can equip my optic there. And as you can see, my limit now has gone down to 82 out of 105. It increases the weight, but the weight doesn't affect your stash. But you want to keep your stash size down, so you want to put as many attachments on weapons as possible. So if I had a pistol or an SMG that needed a recoil break, I'd be putting this on it. And I don't have any snipers or DMRs at the moment, or else I would be putting those attachments on as well. Something else to note is the safe pocket. These are items that when you die out in the field will come back with you. Anything in the safe pocket comes back with you. As far as I'm aware, there's 9, maybe more infinite pockets. I have no idea. I've only stretched it out to 8 so far. And I keep these currency that you get from quests in here just because they don't weigh much. And it takes your limit down so you can put more stuff into your stash. I got my currency in here and all of my access keys. Those are just items that are pretty rare you'll find as you play the game. Yeah, so that pretty much explains what you need to know to build a class. Basic class, I would never go in with an AR without a red dot or 2x scope on it. The 2x is better, but it costs a shit ton. Red dot sight only costs 300 of your coins, so I prefer to just smack that on. Last but not least, in this main area, we're gonna come into the quarters here, and you can upgrade all your house stuff. You can see upgrades. You can do a regular currency generator to get your K marks, which I have a lot of. This is the premium currency generator, which you can upgrade to produce more of the premium currency. And then you have a supply drop crate, which you can upgrade, and it gives you daily armor, so you have some stuff to work with. So as you can see, I left these running overnight. I've got 1,600 of the general currency waiting for me, 9 of the premium currency. It rounded up to 10, okay. And insurance package, which is, I'll explain when we get into the match. Alright, so now that I've collected everything, I'm going to run through a match and give you some general tips out in the field. And that'll be it for this video. If you guys are liking the cycle content though, be sure to drop a like or a comment if you want to see anything, want me to try anything on this game, or honestly any other games. I've been playing Chivalry 2, I'm still playing Call of Duty such as Warzone, and I've been playing Vanguard ranked play. So if you guys want to see anything from either of those games, let me know as well. But right now we're going to hop right into it. So I showed you how to hop in at the terminal. You can also hit your tab or your inventory button, whatever brings this up, and go to the play tab. Then in the bottom right, you can just deploy straight to Fortuna. Select map. So this is where the insurance comes in. When you're bringing items with you, usually they can be insured. What you do is you drag them over into this insurance area, and at the very bottom there will be an initial cost you'll pay, and at the top is a max payout here, where I have my mouse spinning right now. That is what you saw me collected insurance. That is one that I use on a different class. When you die out in the field, you lose all the stuff, all the items you have in your inventory that are not in your safe pocket. So this is like your insurance policy, basically. I'm gonna drop maybe $400 on insurance, which means I can make between 400 or the 1500 that it showed on the previous screen. It was 1500, right? Yeah. So that's just cool. You're like gambling with your money because you can like not make it back, but you could also make back just a little more, which will help you go towards buying your next loadout. Again, I didn't really show all the prices, but the basic AR is 1,700. So you're not even making enough back by insuring your whole kit loadout. And I'm running all grays here because that's pretty much what you're going to start with at the beginning. But every shield above gray is just astronomically better. When you get in, first thing you want to do is check your map. Actually, I hear some noises. Wait. Alright, these streams are other enemies landing in. So I've got enemies to my south. I'm going to just hold up for a second here and explain the map. Alright, so here's the map. When you look at it, you can see all of the objectives and main parts named. So like for instance, if I need to go to base camp, I can see where base camp is and go there and complete my objectives. As well, on base camp you can see it's red for an extraction point and the other one's at waterfall labs. Those are the two places I have to make to get off this godforsaken planet. And I have to get off before a storm hits, or else it kind of just kills me. It's pretty much as simple as that. Some basic tips, as you can see, there's some stamina. I'm holding shift to run. So you hold shift and you use stamina. Take stuff out of stuff. You just gotta look at everything to loot too. Look around, and if it tells you to press F and loot it. Because a lot of this stuff you can't even tell is lootable. Oh, that's coming after me. Alright, I got away. It always blew up. Those things are, they basically chase you and blow up. Those ones are fire. Those ones are poison. First tip in moving around the map, you're going to want to hit V. Pull out your combat knife. When running with the combat knife, you're just so much faster than you would be without the combat knife. So there's no point in not holding it out. Unless you're around enemies, obviously, then the only downside of having the knife out is that's how long it takes me to pull my AR out and scope. Not terrible at the end of the day, but you know, if someone comes around a corner at you, or you're in an area and people are have their guns up first, you're gonna want to be able to shoot back. You don't have much health in this game. The gunfights are awfully quick. If I happen to get into one, you'll be able to see that. Another big tip is when you're running and your stamina is going down, you can see when you unshift to stop running, your stamina begins to return. So you return stamina while walking. You don't burn stamina while walking. Another thing that burns stamina is jumping and mantling. Every single jump I do here eats through my stamina. So then I'm going to return to a normal walk to try and get some of my stamina back, but sometimes you have to jump and it wastes it. The key here to really get your stamina back, especially if you're in a battle and you're out of running and you're not being actively chased by aliens. The aliens pursue you, kind of have to walk to recharge from them. But if you're hiding from somebody, take a crouch. Don't just keep walking away. When you're not crouched, just not moving whatsoever, your stamina recharges almost twice as fast than it does when it's walking, if not twice. That's one of the things I didn't realize, and that's always helped me out in trying to get to locations quicker as well. I feel like those extra steps you get in while waiting for your stamina to recharge while walking do not make up for how quickly it recharges if you just take a breather for a second and then get back into running later. Like, look how slow it's going, and then I stop. And it shoots up. That's one of my favorite quality of life things in this. Figuring that out has helped me a lot with getting around the map quicker and more efficiently, and it probably will help you guys out too. Just look for anything you can loot again. Beginner tab. I didn't realize how lootable everything was in this game until I really took a moment and just slowly scanned rooms. I'm getting better at it so quicker, so like even things like this, not all of them will be interactable, but some of them are. There's stems just laying all over the place if you're not looking for them. Come back through, I see this had a tent on it, that means I can loot it. This one in the middle definitely looks lootable, loot it. Anything that looks like a briefcase, there's a certain type of cases you're looking for, you'll get used to it. So all types of these desks you check. There's these type of crates on the bottom, especially when they have a logo on the middle top. That means they're very lootable. Trash cans, garbage cans, dumpster bins is what I mean. Those are lootable. And yeah, I'll show you more things that I come across, but I don't really know how to describe them besides, ooh, there's like medical kits you can loot. Something you need to know about this game when you're entering a location as well, you want to be quiet. I'm sprinting around right now, and I'm probably super loud. If anybody's nearby, they hear me. Especially with this thing following me. Everything's pretty loud in this game, so if I go quiet for a second and there's someone nearby, I might hear him walking, I might hear some shots. I feel like I heard a shot northeast 60. Alright, this guy's coming after me. Alright, the monsters were still there. I'm gonna disturb him. Shoot. Well, I disturb those monsters, and when you run past birds, they begin to fly. This is unlooted. Those med kits are hype. You want the med kit, that's a full heal. Pretty much. I don't think I've ever not been full healed by it. Tip, monsters are chasing you. Open the door and close it behind yourself. They can't chase anymore unless someone else opens that door. Oh, is garbage dump? Nothing lootable in there. Here, these are another type of lootable crate. This one has a nice attachment in it. So then I can go in here, immediately press on this. Where's the attachment? Is it for... No, that's a DMR sniper one. I can't even equip it. As you can hear, there's like a rocket falling in the distance. That's another person landing in somewhere. I didn't catch a location on that, but I definitely heard him coming in. These are big. They have Kmarts in them, usually big amounts. Drag those straight to my safe pocket. They don't take up any space. Just keep my inventory down. It's all about inventory management and maximizing what you can pull from each run. So then I need to continue heading east from here. Southeast, so I need to go up there. That thing, of course I trigger that, so it's chasing me. I hear footsteps. That's a monster, right? Okay, yeah, it's a monster. I just want to make sure that wasn't a person's footsteps because that's a battle waiting to happen. Again, if I encounter somebody, I'll show you how that goes down and I'll kind of explain what I'm listening for and how I'm positioning myself in that situation. But I might save that for another video, bat fighting in this cycle, because it's a lot to figure out, especially if you're not expecting the type of combat that's about to happen. Because at first I wasn't expecting the combat to go the way it did, and I really just got destroyed off my first couple runs. So just to explain some more stuff, you got a Q wheel, the Q button, just bring out your pickaxe. You can use this to mine certain minerals you find around the map. Some of them will be needed for quests. There's a mineral scanner I did not bring with me that helps you find it. You have binoculars and a flashlight for when it gets dark out. Those are just your random start with no matter what, and then your E tab is all your meds and grenades. So you just so everyone knows where everything is. And then I'm gonna check map. I'm right near base camp, so I should be able to come in here and see dumpsters closed. That means I want to loot it. Look at that. There we go. Pistol SMG muzzle. And then I want another med kit. Here comes a ship. When the ships land, that means someone's trying to evac. So you can kind of camp that. You can avoid it at all costs. You can kind of pick your battle with that. Here, I need to kill enemies in base camp, right? I need 6 more creatures hunted here. So I'm gonna make some noise. Come on, Matt. Why was it not healing? Alright, so yeah, I want to heal here. These things are higher level enemies. As you saw when I entered here, it said danger level higher than normal. These things all have a crap ton of health. I'm gonna call the ship in just, you know, preparation to get out of here. Because I'm definitely making noise. Come on, get back in here, bro. I need this kill in base camp. Playing with me, huh? Loot him. Those things that shoot the lasers are crazy. These rattlers. Alright, well, I made a ton of noise, and I didn't see or hear anybody else come. So that was like versus alien combat. It's a lot more intense than you'd think for them being just basic enemies and stuff. They can, those little ones, they get pretty fast. So you want to wait for this ship to say it's about to evac and then sprint onto it, especially when you're in a dangerous area, because then it's just less time for them to shoot you while you're on there waiting for the evac. So as you evac like that successfully, you're going to see what you hauled and how much the value of all of your loot is, which is pretty cool. That's the value if you sell it all. Some of it are quest items you can turn in for bigger loot rewards. As you can see, it shows you all the progress on every single mission you have and what you've done with your jobs as well. So these are my 3 active jobs. As you can see, I got 2 more kills for creatures at base camp, so I'm up to 4 from 2. Evacuated. This is a log at the end of the battle. It'll show you the battle log, and the battle log will basically tell you every interaction you had with another player, like from walking in their proximity to talking to them or engaging in battle, and how much damage was exchanged between you and how it exchanged. So like if I shot someone, then they shot me, then I shot and killed them, it would potentially read I dealt 20 damage, they dealt 20 damage, then I dealt 80 to finish them. Which is pretty cool. I like to see how the bullets exchange, because, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, I shot first, but you really didn't. Or you stop shooting and they get some bullets in, then you shoot again, you're like, oh, that's how the engagement went. You can really read it out through that. Since I survived, everything's in my inventory. What I'm going to want to do is everything I'm not bringing back in with me, clear it on out of here. Put it into my stash. A lot of this stuff will stack in the stash, which is nice, so you can stack stuff to make it be multiple. Oh, I don't want that. I want it to equip. It's not an SMG. I thought that was an SMG. Maybe this one is. Yeah, there we go. I can put. It already has stuff on it. Whatever. I can try and equip stuff, but I can't right now. When I want to clear it, I can. These stack up to 10k, so I can put these into here and then sell them, which is what I'll show you right now. So you can also gain faction ranking with individual factions in other ways besides doing their campaign missions or their jobs. I can come to the store here, and whatever market you go to, you just drag stuff over here to sell it, or right click it if you prefer. And where is it? Like stuff I have double stacks of. I don't need that. I don't need 2 of these. I don't need those 2. Extra 5, extra 2, extra 2, extra 7, extra 6, extra 2. Yeah, so as you can see, it'll give me 6,230 of the normal currency and 68 standing, which you'll see go up in the top left. What this does is I go down through all the stores, I can get new weapons, basically. I think it's just weapons. Yeah, weapons, and then certain consumables and attachments potentially. Yeah, and certain attachment. But basically you'll be able to unlock the weapons at every faction by increasing your faction standing. And each faction has different weapons. I'll go through and just quick show you how this one differs from Osiris, and then you can imagine it's obviously the same for core level. Like this one will have the Mana Core, which is a beautiful weapon at level 5. I hope to get it soon. I should have leveled this one up instead of ICA. Honestly, I would recommend leveling Osiris up from the start, because this Manticore weapon is going to be so good, especially early game. I don't know what the main difference is. I think it's because its penetration is higher, or I don't know, but it's really nice. Phasic Lancer is pretty cool as well, so yeah, this is a good one to level. I mean, obviously I'm leveling ICA, I think that one's pretty good to level, but there's not many differences. You get a new, I think, a different attachment at the end of each one. There's not even an attachment on this one. Okay, yeah, this one will give you more health kit stuff, as the other one gave you more grenades, and then the core level will give you some other different stuff as well. Might as well go check it out to conclude the video. But again, if you found this video helpful at all, please drop a like and let me know in the comments section what you liked or would like to see in the future. I'm hoping to be bringing more YouTube videos out to all of you guys, and Again, my streams will be linked in the description. So these are the weapons that you would get. This long shot, really nice snipe, DMR I mean, this good shotgun, I found one of those while looting, and the consumables. There's no extra consumables here. Interesting. There's a couple attachments, I guess. You get. I'm surprised there's no consumables. Oh, heavy mining tool, I guess. It's pretty cool. Alright, well that's going to conclude the video. This is Septo Slays, or Josnu now. So thank you for coming by, checking out the video, and I hope you guys learned something about this cycle.